This portion is brought to you by Mercury Drug, nakasisiguro gamot ay laging bago.
Today on Generation RX Plus. Pag mahilig ka sa sports, ito ang mga bagay na minsay hindi natin maiiwasan, lalo na sa mga contact sports, ang facial cuts. Alamin ang dapat gawin in our Ask the Experts. And speaking of facial cuts, dito matitikman mo the deadly sport from Thailand na ngayon nagiging sikat din sa Pilipinas, the Muay Thai. Know everything about this martial arts in the good sports. And another sports that you could have a facial cut. Meet this woman. She's all grown up when it comes to fighting and competing in the sport of wushu. Kilalanin siya, si Agatha Wong sa Secrets of Your Sport Hero. And again, another hero in wushu. He's a boy with a promising career in the sport at handa na siyang ipakita ang kanyang galing sa mundo. Meet 17-year-old Dave Degala in our Kid Power. And they say it's the place where they make champions. Find out why it's so. The Katipunan Prime Badminton Center in My Sports Hub. All these and more on Generation RX Plus.
Good morning. Join us today as we tackle the issue on facial cuts. People engaged in martial arts and contact sports usually fall victims to this type of injuries. Find out how it can be minimized and how it is managed to prevent permanent disfigurement. This is your host, Dr. Cecil Katapang, and welcome to Generation RX Plus.
Sa face, pwede tayo magkaroon ng bruising or ito yung sinasabi nating pasa. Pwede rin magkaroon ng mga simple cuts and lacerations. Usually naman, pag sa contact sports like boxing, these are clean wounds. These are just superficial lacerations na maliliit lang. Usually kasi diba pag boxing, if you hit the face, you get abrasions or cuts. Well, all contact sports are prone to facial injuries. Aside from boxing, we also have yung mga MMAs, well, even non-contact sports like basketball, cycling, you can also have facial injuries. Well, first of all, we have to assess if the wound is just superficial or minor. Kung hindi naman masyadong malaki, hindi naman masyadong profuse yung bleeding, what we can do is just clean the area with ordinary soap and water, and maybe if we have a topical antibiotic, pwede natin ilagay. But if there is bleeding, we have to apply compress. And immediately, mas maganda if we can consult a doctor. Dito natin ma-assess if there's a need for suturing, o kaya we can do other treatments that are necessary. After the lesion has been healed, maraming treatment options for cuts. For example, if yung patient nag-undergo ng suturing and nagko-complain ng mga scars, we can do laser treatments for that. If the patient has a history of keloid or may keloid problems, yun na yung tinitreat natin ng mga lasers or injections. Depende sa case eh. Well, the face is technically has a thinner skin compared to the other parts of the body. So, mas prone siya na magkaroon ng lacerations and bleeding is very common. Siguro, cosmetically kasi, more people are concerned kapag facial cuts. That's why. Pero syempre, we have to take note kung merong ibang vital organs or that are affected. Kunyari, na-affect ang mata, or kunyari, major yung, kung sa boxing, malakas yung tama. We also have to consider if there's a fracture. Then we have to refer to a surgeon or to an orthopedic surgeon if that's the case. For those who are interested in joining any contact sports, it is best that, first of all, you have to have a knowledge of the sport. Better if you have a trainer, so he or she can guide you with regards to safety precautions. But it's also important that when you enter into a sport, you use the necessary gear in order to avoid accidents.
Thank you to La Mesa Eco Park and Krisha for my blouses. Again, this is your host, Dr. Cecil Katapang for Generation RX Plus. Remember to live well so you can play well.